Hi there.
Hey, Marco, how are you?
Good, good. I'm just gonna get a glass of water.
Okay.
I was going to suggest that we record.
Oh no, it's recording.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I was going to suggest it actually. So, how are you?
Good, good. Just got back from Europe and
Oh,
it's dry and hot in California.
yeah. Well, it's humid and hot here.
Yeah, I've heard Texas is pretty bad, huh?
Yeah.
Are you in the Bay Area or are you in LA?
I'm in LA.
What part? I used to live there.
In near Glendale. Where did you live?
I lived in Corona. You know, if you take 91, go east, you know, there's
Right.
Anaheim Hills, and then there's Corona.
Right. Nice.
Did you say Laguna Niguel?
I mean, I've been there.
Oh.
Yeah. What were you doing here? What brought you to California?
Oh, well, we used to live in Corona. I used to work in Downey.
All right.
With Rockwell.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're making airplanes and rockets and things?
Yep. I'm an official rocket scientist.
So, wow, amazing I guess what we're doing right now isn't rocket science, but but it could be.
Well, I'm applying the same principles.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Okay, well, good. Perfect. Hopefully Ebony will join us.
Mhm.
Well, we'll have to have another conversation about rockets and how the advances of new rocket technology and stuff. I'm always interested in everything, so.
Yeah, I mean, for a long time, I worked on, see, the original plan for the Webb telescope was to be flown on the space shuttle, but the project got delayed so much that the space shuttle retired, and yeah, it had to be flown on some other launch vehicle.
Oh no.
But it's,
so it was,
yeah. It's a lot of really interesting stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a very amazing inflection point in human civilization.
Yeah.
The rocket age, space
out
age.
Here, living in Houston, close to NASA, working with astronauts, and I mean, on our street we have 2 astronauts living here. You go to our children's school. You run into astronauts all the time, and you know, one of on our neighbor in the back used to be the commander of the space shuttle mission that broke up over Texas a few years back in 2010. You know, when we had that Columbia accident.
Yeah, I was actually in Texas at the time, and the day before I'd been doing a space themed parade in Palestine, Texas.
Wow.
Oh,
and the shuttle, some of it kind of came down on Palestine, so it was kind of super. I mean, we had the teenage kids dressed up as astronauts, and we did it was like a PSA for Ford, and we had a Ford car with a moon on it, a big moon, and then all these kids walking down the
wow.
in spacesuits. Gosh, that was so weird. And then the next day the astronauts were raining down on you. That was sad.
The commander, Rick Husband, he used to, we had a common fence between their house and our house. Yeah, they used to live right there. Speaking of Palestine, I know in Palestine there is a Texas State Railroad Museum. I've never seen anything like that. It's a Texas State Railroad Park, and the park is half a mile wide and 25 miles long. It's a rectangle. And the unique part about it is from Palestine to this other town called Rusk, this steam engine uh, train with 3 cars runs between the two cities. You can buy a ticket for like $10 or so. You get on this train, and it's the old style coal-fired steam engine that's pulling old uh, cars that have windows that have no glass. So you're just, you smell all the charcoal smoke, and this is really for all these steam engine buffs. And you go to from one end to the other. There's a park there and restaurant. You can have lunch and all that. And then they put the engine on a turntable that it turns at 180 degrees, and then they get get back and head back to the original station. So it goes back and forth between the two
Right.
towns. It's really amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Get started or what?
Yeah,
7:06.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
do you think Ebony's going to join us, or?
Do you have her number? Do you want to call or text her? Let me check the email and see if she said anything. No. Let me pull up. I should have printed this.
I'm not sure if I have a phone number. I mean, it's difficult to rely on team members that might not be around. Not singling out anybody in particular, but it's sometimes it's easier just to count on stuff that we're doing, and if anybody brings anything else, then it's a bonus, but it's not like a key component. But I mean, I'd really love to bring in the African American community.
Just check my email again to see if she. No.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Yeah. We have to get off though, like by 8, right, Mama? Like 8 o'clock.
We're both fasting, and we have break our fast right after 8.
I'm gonna send Ebony an email and just ask her if she's jumping on the call. I mean, I hope I got the right Ebony when I sent her the invitation.
Precious.
Yeah, it was Precious.
And
yeah.
some numbers. I don't remember the numbers.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to put this stuff into an Excel file, but it's not ready for that yet. There's too many details still to address.
Okay, well, we may as well start. I've got some kids visiting my kids, so there's going to be some noise from time to time. Hope it doesn't ruin everything.
I think we can handle it.
Okay.
All right. So, should we just go down the list?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So I still haven't heard back from Manira, but I assume that, that's just City Hall working at a glacial pace.
Here's Ebony. Yay.
Oh, okay, great. Great, great. Just in time.
Hi, Ebony.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. I'm going to put you on mute because I'm going to gather my things up. So give me a minute, okay?
Okay. While Ebony's kind of getting ready, I just wanted to mention that we've made some headway on the permanent memorial project, and we've got Snapchat company to sponsor the first demo that we're going to do in pretty much at the same time as the Houston project in San Francisco.
Oh, that's the project you were talking about, yeah.
Yeah. And there's, I mean, we're gonna, well, a major component of the project is gathering photographs, names, and probably oral stories, and then putting them in a database and being able to geolocate all the data so that we can kind of stream it to different places when the memorial begins to happen around the country. And I mean, it would be amazing to do one in Texas and probably, in Houston or something like that. And there might be a possibility if you're interested in incorporating this, what you've gathered, and maybe finding ways to kind of, I suppose, well, I'm sure we could also learn from you guys too, in terms of how it has been. And I think we talked about this a little bit last time, about how you have to go through and filter out, kind of gather certain snippets, and it's very laborious, but we need to find a way to, since there's 1 million deaths in the country, find a way to.
Is that what you're shooting for, is 1 million?
Yeah. That's what we're shooting for. So
yeah. It's manipulating the data that's going to be the hard part. I think you can throw a whole bunch of names in there, but yeah, there's a lot of Twitter accounts also that do memorials. Yeah, I just wonder how much overlap we all have.
Yeah. Well, we'll save that for another conversation.
Yep. That's good.
Hi, Ebony, are you?
Okay, I've gathered all my things. I'm getting ready for the school year, so I am apologetic that I'm working a lot of hours. So, so I've been reading the notes about everything, and I'm really, really excited about the headway that has been made. In regards to the church, I have hit kind of like a stalemate. They're doing some school, and I guess kind of said, we'll get back with you. We're interested, so on and so forth. So I've been trying to brainstorm on the rose making, because if I'm not mistaken, when I looked at I think I looked at somebody's email message. We need 1,000 more roses. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I was really trying to brainstorm. Could we make that happen?
I mean, 1,000 roses
I-
sounds like a huge number, but actually it's not that terribly big, especially if if maybe the church does, let's say 200 or 250, and we do some others with different community groups.
Well, that school is starting. The only thing I can think, and I'm sorry, I'm about to walk outside. I was thinking I could, I don't try. Everybody knows everybody. So I was thinking about reaching out to the superintendent, kind of saying, hey, I'm a part of this group. This is what we're doing. Do you think the art teachers can do this at the beginning of the year? Can our kids, because we've got several campuses here in Houston.
Sounds
Can y'all
good
hear me? I don't know.
to me.
That sounds like a great idea. And sometimes what I do is I can do like a Zoom workshop with teachers, so that in half an hour or an hour we could do a little presentation of what the project is, and then we can show how the roses are made. So when the teachers interact with the kids, they know how to do it, and can show it, and that kind of thing is helpful.
Say that it takes, how long would we say that
How long would it, I mean, each rose, like a rose could take maybe a couple of minutes to make per person. So if you have 20 people and they each make 10 roses over an hour, I was saying 20,
and
so yeah. So
do
that's
we
200
have the
roses.
Okay, do we have the material for the making of the roses?
Yeah, I believe some arrived in Houston, right?
Yes, it's at the MCC.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need glue. That's pretty much, I mean, Sharpies and glue and scissors. So usually schools have scissors, and they usually have like a pen. Sometimes they have glue, and probably the most economical version is the hot glue gun. Otherwise, you can use cold glue, but it needs to be waterproof glue. There's this glue called E6000 that's pretty good, but the hot glue gun is cheaper.
Okay. I can compose a email, and to be honest, like I said, it's so small. Today's Monday. I probably can have an answer by Friday, to be honest with you, whether or not it would be a yes or a no that they would do it. Well, it has to be approved by the district. Yeah, I could probably have a yes or no.
Right.
And
that would be fantastic.
I'll be honest with you. I bet you we could probably get more than 1,000. We probably could. I don't know if we would use them, but we probably could.
I think if we make additional roses and if we show them, they would help to honor people beyond the city limits of Houston or the county limits, so they wouldn't go to waste.
Well, do we want to go down the list of items, or?
Yeah, that would be great. Would you like to take the lead on that, Ruth?
Sure. So I'm waiting to hear back from Manira. I assume that the city is just going at a glacial pace. It seemed like they moved pretty quickly, and now we'll see. I'll follow up with her. Let me see when 2 weeks, has it been 2 weeks? Let me see when 2 weeks is, and I'll get back in touch with her. Anything else on that?
Did you say that the mayor might be coming?
Well, nobody has told me that, but I'm gonna assume that he'll be there and he'll want to be part of it. I would assume that.
Okay, that's good.
But if we need to, we can put in an official request for his presence if we know the date. I'm assuming that we are all agreed to the date of November 11th, but we also need to put a time.
But the city hasn't concurred regarding those dates yet. So I'll be following up with Manira soon.
Okay.
Yeah, because yeah.
I
So we
was
don't have that yet.
just wondering of the kind of like that we like have what we've done in the past with Marked by COVID and Rose River Memorial is sometimes do kind of Zoom events that are multi-state, with different people doing different things. And since we'll be doing something in San Francisco on the 29th, I mean, maybe it's too early to do something with Houston, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of open that up as a possibility, but maybe that's too early.
When will you guys be, done in San Francisco? I'm wondering if we should, I would hate to do it without you there. It's your artwork, if we push it back.
It's a community artwork. I'm just a
yeah,
facilitator. Yeah.
It's your thing, for lack of a better word.
Well, I guess the event in San Francisco was going to be Day of the Dead, which is, I'm not sure what day that is exactly.
I believe it's the 1st, November 1st. Yeah.
Day of the Dead is November 1st, 31st.
Yes.
Or is that All Souls Day?
I think, aren't they the same?
I think there's a 1 day difference, but I may be wrong. Let's see.
I thought Day of the Dead was
Sunday.
like the Spanish name.
Yeah, Dia de los Muertos, but it's
exactly.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. The November 1st. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, I guess that would be a Kristen and Marked by COVID question is would there be an interest in trying to do something that brings in Marked by COVID community kind of online by making an event. And maybe if November the 1st is too early for Houston, I guess they'd do it anyway. They could do the San Francisco one and live stream it. So I don't think it's a big issue if we're not synchronized, but it's something to keep in mind as a possibility.
I don't know, Mohammed, Ebony, what do you think about pushing it back so that, that if it's not all your San Francisco thing going on, you guys would be able and willing to come to Houston, or?
Wait, Marcus, were you planning to be here in Houston for this event?
I believe so. November 10th is actually my birthday, so sometimes I'm kind of requisitioned by the family. But in general, yes. The only reason sometimes why I try not to travel too much is the carbon footprint. You know, making the carbon footprint worse than it already is. But it would be an honor to be there, of course.
Well, okay, if we want to push it back, our the COVID-19 Wall of Memories launch date is January 4th, and last year, 22, the mayor declared January 4th, 2022 as COVID-19 Wall of Memories Day with a big proclamation. And I don't know if you want to do it start on that day and then keep it for the next 2 weeks on the city hall.
Well, congratulations on getting that. I mean, to be honest, I'd like to do it. Like, I think the most important thing is to ask the city when would be their preferred date, and then try to work around, you know, try to build it up for that. That would be my thought, because
Okay.
Are we kind of locked into that kind of beginning of November date, or that's
No, we're waiting to hear back. I
Okay,
mean, for all
okay.
we know, they'll say absolutely not. We
Okay.
have no idea yet. I'll have to follow up with Munir.
Okay. Well, I think the opportunity is amazing, and you know, and if it's not going to be in, you know, October, November, then let's, you know, I think it would be great to have it coincide with the COVID-19 Wall of Memories date. So I'm flexible.
Okay.
What were those dates again for the COVID-19? I didn't hear the dates.
Oh, well, he was suggesting it was January 4th was the anniversary of our website's launch. So that's the day that the mayor proclaimed COVID-19 Wall of Memories Day. But the dates that we were looking at originally were like November, well, putting them up on October 29th and having the kickoff or the grand opening on November 1st and take the roses down on November 13th. But Marcos and Kristen have something in San Francisco November 1st. So that's why, and we're still waiting though also to hear from the city about, you know, their dates.
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand.
So that's where
I
we're
mean,
at right now.
Yeah. I mean, if it did need to, you know, Kristen could handle San Francisco and I could go to Houston, you know, we could find ways of kind of splitting forces, and, you know.
All right. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
What happens with the dates. Let the dates drive. Let
Yeah,
the
exactly.
city drive it. So, and then let's see. So I think that's that. And when we were talking about the dates, we kind of talked about the program a little bit. And I don't know if we want to put off a discussion of that until we have more things sort of pinned down. You know, we're assuming, and I feel very confident that the mayor will be there and city council members will be there. And especially if we do it before election day.
That might be,
You
there
know,
might
and
be
then
a reason.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but that might be
No.
a reason to try to get it happening sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, sure. So, you know, we had talked, what, is everybody in agreement regarding that? Just kind of push it. I don't know when we're going to meet again, but we can also talk by email.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that will
I'm
get
in
us like a
agreement.
little bit into details.
I agree.
Yes, I agree.
So, so moving on, is that all right, Mohammed? I don't know if you said
Yes.
yea or nay.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes. So the installation of the roses, I guess the thing that's happening right now is I'm waiting also for Manira to tell me about this walkthrough or inspection or whatever we're calling it. So when I follow up with her, I'll have to check with her about that as well. And then as far as the rigor goes, you said you had been talking to someone,
Yeah, I
Marcos?
did talk to one person who, you know, he's in the film industry, and for them, October is like a million years from now.
Okay.
So I bugged him a little bit by text today, but I didn't hear back from him. And also, I have a gallery friend in Dallas who introduced me to, sent me an email of introduction to somebody who has gallery in Houston. And I'm still waiting to hear back from her. I guess I'll probably email her at the end of tomorrow, because sometimes galleries are closed on Monday and maybe she's been away for the weekend and stuff.
All right. That sounds good. So that again also is kind of waiting on the city hall. So that's what's happening there. And then
Right.
making additional roses. I guess, Mohammed, can we consider the MCC a lock? Like they definitely will have volunteers and all of that.
Yeah, if we are given enough time to invite and schedule a date and a time, we can get volunteers to assemble the roses. Yes.
Okay. Well, Marcos, what would the time frame be? Because we need to have Marcos do the demo and then get them working. So how much advance notice, Mohammed, would the MCC?
I don't know, couple of weeks, because the thing is, I need to present this project to the MCC
Oh, okay.
and make them a partner and get their buy-in, so we can use their facility to make the roses. And also there is a long banquet hall there at the MCC that can also be used, because it does have a lot of floor space that can be used to assemble the strings.
That would be fantastic. Okay,
Yeah.
that would be great. So tentatively, should we say like try to do like if they buy into working with us, let's do a demo sometime, before the end of the month, and then September could be rose making. September to mid-October could be kind of rose making, and then the last 2 weeks of October could be kind of stringing the roses up, making sure they're strung up.
Okay. I think, by the way,
Yeah.
that would be a great, provided parents are okay with it, I think that would be a great news story, the kids working on it. Have you gotten coverage of that in other cities?
Yeah, no, it's definitely very newsworthy. And I mean, for a journalist, it's nice to kind of follow the making, and the community aspect of it, and then the installation as well. That's makes a really great story. And also, if a journalist gets interested in the making phase, it's always easy to kind of get them to be interested in the presentation part.
Yeah.
Hey, Marco, do you want to tentatively set up a date and a time for your demo on how these volunteers can make the roses? That
Would you
will,
say a weekend or weekday is better?
I don't know, I would prefer like a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon.
Like, for instance, the
Like
27th?
The 27th or the 28th.
Yeah.
Marcos, do you think that you could do also like a video? Because I'm pretty sure if I can get the school district to approve, they're going to, maybe they'll say, hey, can you have a video? And then that way the kids could watch and, go back and look at it and see what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And that one possibility is just making that, presentation for the MCC, recorded as a Zoom video, and then we can, cut bits, or maybe kids don't have a very long concentration span, so we'll just keep it short, but fun. Or we could record something especially for the kids. we'll see. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, and then that brings us to the budget. I definitely didn't think that there was going to be a cost of $500 associated with sending them forward. So that was kind of a shock to me. But
Which one?
the $500 so to
Oh
ship
yeah, yeah. I mean, don't worry
forward.
about that. Don't worry about that. I'm more concerned about, you know, if we need any permits or any audio equipment or and a rigger. I mean, I'm hoping that we can find somebody who can kind of donate their services, but we might need a little bit of,
Okay.
we might need to rent some equipment or something. That's the main thing.
Okay.
That, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say that, you know, City Hall, if they're gonna have, you know, their their staff, the mayor and city council members speaking, I'm sure they would have their own podium and mics and all of that, right, Mohammed, don't you think? Wouldn't they use City Halls?
That I don't know. I can take an action to go find out.
Well, I could find out.
There's also I don't know about the city, but the county has some I don't know, there's some grant money that we can apply for, because this is more like an art project for the county. I don't know if we qualify, but I can talk to the county folks to see if there's something that
Mhm.
that we can, you know, apply funds for.
Okay.
If we can put together a list of what we need funds for.
Okay. What do you think though about, you know, as far as a lot of the equipment that's on the list, don't you think if the mayor and the city council members are speaking, they would use the city's equipment, you know, mics and podium and all? I mean, that's how the state does it. When we go to Austin, they use, you know, even though it's our press conference and rally, you know, they use their equipment, or at least they provide us with a podium and some mic.
That's how it should work.
Let me confirm that.
Okay.
Would there be conflict between the city and the state? Because in LA they don't really necessarily get along very well.
Oh,
You
no,
know,
I was just comparing it to what the state does.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I
that when you
mean,
go to
like in terms,
Austin.
sorry, the county and the
Oh,
city,
the city and the county.
because sometimes
No,
that's,
no,
you know,
no. Here, it's
And they're the same party, so the ones that
the the conflict comes in if there are different parties,
right.
right? But you know, we are working with the same parties, council member of the same party, and the council and this county commissioner of the same party, so
And
they
the
get
mayor
along
and the
fine.
secretary, yeah. Although I
right.
have to say, when, you know, they had the ceremony for COVID-19 Wall of Memories Day, the Republican city council members were receptive, I thought. So I
Yeah.
think it's sort of a thing that, you know, in some ways may cause friction, but I think that it, you know, I mean, a subject like this kind of crosses party lines.
I mean, I think also, you know, like just, yeah, this deep into where we've been, I think it's, I mean, hopefully the politics of it are wearing off, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, but for a memorial, essentially, you know, I mean, that would be super tacky. It's one thing
Yeah,
to say, you know, you're opposed to mask mandates or vaccination or whatever,
yeah.
but to, you know, give the thumbs down to a memorial, I think is too,
Well, it wouldn't be unheard of.
yeah, but oh, I hate to hear that. And then there's just the question, I mean, which goes in tandem with the budget of partnerships and fundraising, which we probably could stand to have a conversation about now. Um,
I mean, is there any like potential sponsors? Is that a dirty word? You know,
no, it's not. I
like
mean, would the MCC be a financial sponsor as well as a a organizational sponsor. I mean, I don't think it's a lot of money. You know, it doesn't look like this budget is too
So
huge.
the question would be,
What do they
what
get
are
in
we
return?
asking and what are they getting?
Right, right.
Well, yeah.
I mean, will they get some name recognition? Will there be some place where their logo will be displayed, or something like that? And then if our budget is I don't know, $5,000, then are we looking for like five $1,000 sponsors, or are we looking for a $5,000 sponsor, or
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah, probably
Is
we need to establish the budget a little bit better before we start
Yeah,
thinking about who to
and
approach.
who do they make the check out to? COVID-19 Wall of
Oh,
Memories,
good question.
or
How
Mark
does
by
that work?
COVID, or
That's
I'd say through COVID-19 Wall of Memories to keep it Houston centric, and and if there was if there was some surplus money, I'd say that your time and Ebony's time should
Yeah.
should be compensated
oh.
if
So,
possible.
Can I ask you a question? So
Yeah.
I think y'all already kind of answered it, but so let's say for instance, so the roses represent the deaths, right? But
Yeah.
let's say for instance, kind of like how they did in Washington, where they had the display, that had all the flags and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I know I participated in that, and I participated in some other things like that. How does a rose, let's say for instance, represent my husband per se, or
Right.
it's not specific like that?
Yeah. So rose makers are invited to put names of loved ones on the rose, and they can either write the name with a Sharpie, or they can attach a ribbon with the name written on the ribbon, or we'll find different ways of adding the name to the roses.
So do you advocate for, or have you ever said, we're doing this and we'd like to honor your loved one. Any donation, to have your loved one honored for this rose would be greatly appreciated. So let's say, for instance, I say, oh, well, I want my husband's name, so I'm going to donate $20, or I'm going to donate $100. Could we do it like that?
I mean, I think that's a really great idea. I haven't actually done that up until now, but we're always kind of fine tuning. And I mean, that makes sense to be able to help, finance itself. And we could have a team of, some one or two people that can write the name of the loved one on a piece of ribbon and then, attach it to a certain rose, or the rose can be made with that intent as a kind of almost like a prayer or offering
Right.
while the rose is being made. Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because I know whenever I've done it, and I don't know how they did it, but they took a picture, because I think someone else they did something during Christmas time last year, and they made Christmas ornaments, and I participated in that. And I'll be honest with you, I liked it because they took a picture of the Christmas ornament itself, and then they sent me that, and then they also took a picture of the Christmas tree with the ornament on it. And it just, for lack of a better word, it kind of made me say, I donated this money, but
Sorry, we've lost you, I think. We lost you at the last couple of sentences.
oh, I'm sorry. What I think ultimately what I was saying was just that, I participated in something where the last thing I did was it was a Christmas ornament. I didn't actually get the Christmas ornament. However, I got a picture of the ornament, and then I also got a picture of the ornament on the tree. And so I felt really pleased. So I'm just thinking that might be a way we could do a fundraiser where it's more donation, and I think people would participate.
I think that's a really great idea.
But it wouldn't be required, right? You wouldn't be required to make
No,
a donation, would you?
No,
no.
no.
Now what I see as a challenge would be we have what 10,000 roses that are already in boxes, and then we are going to make another 1,000. Trying to write their names on the roses will probably not, because those roses then will not be able to reuse for future events in other cities.
Well,
It may be we may just want to write names on ribbons, and when we are assembling the strings, include that ribbon right next to a rose, so it will be part of the assembly process. And then when we de-string these roses, those ribbons can be removed. But it will just add extra work for what we got, what 11,000 names, Ruth, for Houston.
wouldn't we be doing it just for people who asked for it? Do you know what I mean? So it wouldn't necessarily be 11,000
Yeah,
because
no, I would assume that it would be what, like 50, 100 people maximum, something like that. Ebony, I just had a question.
I'm
if
sorry.
it's not too,
I'm sorry. I was going to make a comment to that. I'll be honest with you.
yeah,
I think if we would put that out there, it won't be 50 to 100. I see it easily going to 1,000. And I'm sorry if I misspoke. I didn't mean that we would write anyone's name on the roses. I did mean like a ribbon, but just as I'm writing, I'm like, wow, that's really cumbersome for someone to write a bunch of names. But I'll be honest with you. I can see 1,000 people doing it and not thinking anything of it. I really do. I think so.
If it's okay to ask, how much did you donate for that, the Christmas ornament?
It was only $20. Only $20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if 1,000 people donated $20, that's, that would, we'd probably have a surplus money that we could spend. We could, like, hopefully most people, like the photographing and that kind of stuff and emailing could be voluntary, but if necessary, we could also, supplement, people have to pay their bills. So, that could help cover, some of the focus and attention.
I tell you, now writing the names on ribbons, like a 6-inch ribbon, getting the names out for the 1,000 people, and then adding them to the strings and taking pictures. I think that it probably can be done.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We can
But
do
we
it.
need to
figure
figure out
system.
how we're gonna get that.
Yeah.
How are we gonna publicize it? And all that, and have a way to capture for people to go fill out a form online or something and make a donation on our website, and then we capture this list of names and start working. And this is
Yeah, we just need to figure out a system, and it'll be.
Yeah, Ebony, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And then in terms of, running the funds, I guess, I may have spoken out of turn about the money going through COVID-19 Wall of Memories. It might be through my COVID, but since you're an organization that's already in Houston, that might be the easiest way. And any surplus money could.
The COVID-19 Wall of Memories is very well known here in Houston, and
right.
I mean, we actually on our website we have a wall of supporters where our local donors who have made good sized donations, they are named on this wall of supporters. So I mean, we already have the mechanism to accept donations.
That's fantastic.
But whichever way, I mean,
yeah,
it's not essential for us to do it.
Okay. Well, if there were any surplus, if there were any surplus, I'm sure we could find a good place to,
Yeah, we
send
can
funds
figure.
to.
Yeah, we can figure that out.
Okay, what else?
Just partnerships, and well, we kind of talked about partnerships and elected officials, and then just promotion is the last thing. And I can handle the media aspect unless someone else wants to do it.
That's fantastic.
So
I mean, sometimes if there's a PR company that is happy to do a bit of pro bono work, that sometimes works. Although obviously it's much more streamlined just to do a press release ourselves and send it out.
yeah, and I don't even know any PR agency.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could just, and I know plenty of, I mean, I kind of am doing that now for a living. So I just got hired on as a consultant, a communications consultant for a nonprofit.
And it's
So,
perfect.
yeah, exactly. I just feel like I should change my name, or they'll be like, wait a minute, how many people are you promoting? Or how many efforts are you promoting?
Right.
But
Well, yeah.
it'll be fine.
Yeah, it all creates
No, I
resonance.
mean, if you have
You're
a good story for a journalist, I don't think they care where it comes from or
Right,
how many press releases
right.
you sent. So if they don't want it, they just won't do it. So
You should be an Instagram influencer too,
should, right?
in your spare time.
That's what I keep telling him. I need to do reaction videos because I'm always reacting to everything. So I could easily be an influencer.
Yeah, a TikTok influencer or something.
Yeah, totally. As soon as I figure out how to use TikTok. But anyway.
Just going back to your demo, Marcus, do you want to pick a date, 27th or 28th, and a time to do your
I'm
demo?
fine.
So
Just let me know when I'm available.
Okay.
So
you're
just whatever
available
time.
on 27th and 28th, either day.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we do it on the 28th at 1 p.m. Houston time?
Okay.
And I mean, we can use Ruth. You have a conflict, or do you have a question?
No, I had something else to say.
Oh, okay.
Waiting for you. I just suddenly said, "Oh wait," to myself.
And we can use our Zoom if you want.
Yeah, whichever. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm fine that weekend.
And Ebony, if you have anybody any of your folks interested in watching that Zoom, we'll include that in the email chain, or create a new email. So at least the first demo will be on the 28th, which is a Sunday at 1 p.m. Houston time. Okay. All right. All right. So I will.
Actually, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I will start the process of getting the buy-in from the MCC, getting notifying all the volunteers who are interested in making the roses, so they can attend this video Zoom demonstration.
Awesome. Cool. I do have a question actually. Kristen gets so much press coverage. Does she use a PR agent or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, she's just really diligent about it.
Yeah,
And she has
and Christine is
Oh.
very media savvy too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
no,
I want to make sure that we draw on that as well and not just rely on, my
yeah, that's why I
contribution.
was thinking also that if we created this kind of synergy of some event, that's a Zoom event that's happening in San Francisco and Houston, and maybe a couple of other places, it kind of like it it begins to be like a nationwide thing as opposed to, you know, I mean, it has its focus, but it's also bigger.
Mhm. Let's see. Oh, all right. I had brought this up before, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with Slack. But can we think about using that for communication? Because the emails are just giving me a headache. You know, it's like these long email chains, and it just, you know, gets, to me, it gets confusing. What do you think?
Would you like to set up a snap thing? I mean, sorry, Slack.
Yeah.
I've used, I haven't used Slack, but I've used some stuff like it before.
Okay.
So
It's simple enough, and we can try it. If it doesn't work,
yeah,
you know, but I don't know how anybody else feels, but the emails just, you know, I can't find things. The threads are really long, and, you know,
yeah. Let's try it.
the
If
thing with
you're
Slack
okay,
is that
Ebony,
you
with
can
it.
organize it by different channels, so it can be like rose making, every topic
Right.
here, you know, publicity, city hall, etc. And then those conversations are just under those categories, so you don't have to go
Is it
into,
an app?
yeah,
I've never even heard of it.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
So
I'll have to
yeah,
download it because I'm not familiar with it at all.
yeah, it's pretty easy. And you know, it's like I said, then
Okay.
I don't have to go looking through emails for, just because it keeps it organized and it keeps the conversations organized.
And you can use
So
it on
I'll
your
set it up.
desktop, right? As
Yes.
well.
I use it on my desktop much more than any device. Anything else that we need to go over? We have a bunch of action items. Anything else right now? Maybe in our next meeting?
Well,
Well, that depends on a few things, particularly City
can
Hall.
we schedule our next meeting?
Yeah, let's do that.
I have a Slack account already.
Oh, okay. Cool. Although you may need to set up, I'm not sure, you may need to set up like a separate password or something for separate Slack accounts, Slack workspaces.
Okay. Would you set up a little Slack universe?
Yes.
Okay.
I love Slack. I'll set it up all day long. So the next meeting, I'm looking at my calendar. Suggestions?
Let's say today the 8th. You want to do it 2 weeks from now, like on the 22nd? Same time?
Okay.
The 22nd at 7 p.m.
That
That
sounds
works
good.
for me. Ebony, that's good for you? Okay. All right, so August 22nd.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
So, during the evening time, that works for me.
Okay, yeah, 7. We'll try 7 again.
And you said the Slack it's spelled just like it sounds, right?
Yeah. Slack, like
Okay.
slacking
All right.
off. Yeah. You'll get an email invitation. So
Okay.
it's really simple.
Okay.
But if we
Okay.
don't like it, we don't have to use it. It's just my suggestion. If we try it and
Okay.
hate it, I have no problem with it. I'll just have to, I may actually just copy and paste from emails and put them into my own
Let's
organized.
give it a shot. I mean, it sounds.
Give it a
sounds
shot
like
too, because I was trying to send an email with Marcos's information, and I had a heck of a time trying to find it. I could not find it. It frustrated me so bad. So please, let's try it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
One page on the Slack should have our contact info, you know, like email, phone numbers and stuff.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Right, anything else?
And I'll let y'all know as soon as I know. Well, I'll let you guys know as soon as I know.
Mhm.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
going to type of the email and just.
And I'll get answers to
That's-
my actions
You're
before the next
breaking up,
meeting.
Ebony. You broke up a little bit, Ebony.
Did y'all hear me? I said, I'll let y'all know as soon as I know.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good. I mean, they
On
should say yes, I think it's a good project.
Well, they're probably going to say yes because the school district is known for servant leadership. So
Mhm.
more than likely, I'm going to get a yes. I just was kind of, I was a little sad about the church, but then I thought, school starting, let me try that.
Right.
Somebody's going to tell me yes. Somebody is. I don't know who, but
Yes,
somebody
for
is.
sure. I mean, it's a great cause, a great project, and yeah.
So
I
And
is
we'll
this
just,
HISD, Ebony?
Oh, no. This is IO, Texas. It's a charter school. They're in Dallas and they're also here in Houston.
Oh, okay.
IL, Texas.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
well, that would be incredible.
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you
Wow.
all on the 22nd.
Yep, we finished right at 8. Yes.
Did you take notes that we could send to Kristen? Or, okay, and I'll share the video. I'll just cut out the beginning and end bit, keep it short. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I can type up the notes.
Okay, fantastic.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ruth.
All right. Have a
Thank
good
you,
night. All right.
Mohammed, and thank
Bye-bye.
you, Ebony. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.